Friday night, I covered a lot on live closing, which obviously is everything, right, bread and butter, and recruiting. What I'm going to cover though is this. A lot of people have a different presentation for recruiting, for kitchen tables, and the company has a ton of different presentations. Y'all know what I do. I use the fractional house. I started with the guy yesterday. I don't cover a bunch of stuff. Get to the heart and soul of what we do. But this is the key to our business, right? It doesn't matter which presentation you use. And this is what I tell people. It's not the presentation, they're buying into you. Yes or no? Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
So Jerome, the good news about our business is if you do exactly what I teach you, you'll be just as good as me. Because success doesn't care about gender, age, again, degrees, no degrees, height, weight, nothing. Success is success. I mean, think of one thing. I covered this on Friday night. There's a book called Law of Attraction. It's by Michael Lozier. Law of Attraction. You can get it. You can download it for free. Read it. It's an ebook on my website. Michael Lozier. Another book called Beyond Positive Thinking. Like a rubber band. And this is what it says, okay? What law of attraction is, y'all know the law of gravity, right? So the law of gravity states, by the way, do you believe in the law of gravity? You do, right? Let's say that Jessica says, I don't believe in the law of gravity, I just don't. Do you think the law of gravity cares if she believes it or not? It doesn't care. If she were to get the top floor here and jump, whether she believes in the law of gravity or not, she's going to fall. Right or wrong?
Right.
So the same thing works with law of attraction. It doesn't care if you believe in that law or not. So let me give you the definition of law of attraction. Law of attraction states, so write this down, you get what you want and you get what you don't want. Very simple. You get what you want and you get what you don't want. Okay? Why is that important? Because it doesn't matter if you believe in law of attraction or not. Okay, I'll give you an example of this. I'm sure you've seen this happen, maybe you've done it before. It's winter time, and people say, man, I hope I don't get sick this winter. I hope I don't get sick this winter. And then they get sick. Oh my gosh, I knew it. Well, your subconscious mind, if it could talk back to you, would say, well, you idiot, you told me. See, this is the thing about law of attraction. Our brain, this is the way it works. It does not comprehend the word no, not, and don't. It doesn't understand it. So if you say, I hope I don't get sick, all it sees, I hope I get sick. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It doesn't. The brain, the subconscious mind cannot comprehend the word no. It's supposed to be won't. Oh, not sorry. Don't. It doesn't understand those words. So if you say, I hope I don't get stood up again in my off night with my guests. You're probably gonna get stood up. Okay? Again, why is that? Because the law of attraction states you get what you want and you get what you don't want. Very simple, right? So the book teaches you how to reverse that. So let me teach you how to reverse that, okay? Normally I cover this like a 3-hour course on this stuff, right? I'm just gonna give you like a 5-minute course right now. So I want you to write on your paper, write down 5 things. Okay, let me get into, before you write, if I were to ask you to write down 10 things you want, most people will be stumped. Ooh, man, that's a good question. So let me make it more, make it simplified. Write down the 10 things you don't want. Write down 10 things you do not want. I'll give you an example. I don't want to struggle financially. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to stay stuck in my the house I'm in or the apartment I'm in. I don't, whatever, right? Y'all know what you don't want. If you can't think of 10, write down 4 or 5. Doesn't matter. Whatever you can come up with. Okay, if you haven't finished, I'm gonna continue on just because of the sake of time, right? So, give me the first one you put on there, that you don't want.
I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck.
Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Okay, so what you don't want.
Let's see.
First one was, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. So tell me, Jessica, how would you reverse that to make it to this is a negative, right? Remember, our brain, someone just like will not comprehend the word don't. So what it's going to say is, I want to live paycheck to paycheck. We got to fix this. We got to reverse it, right? So let's make it into a positive. What is it you want? How would you reverse that to make sure it's a positive? I want to have financial freedom,
Yeah.
right? That's the opposite of struggling, right? So I want financial freedom, right? So now your subconscious mind will give you what you want. So the mistake a lot of people make in life is, I'm telling you, it's true. Your attitude will control your altitude in life. That's just the way life works, whether we like it or not. Again, it doesn't matter. The law of attraction doesn't care if you believe it or not. It is what it is, right? So your homework's going to be to whatever you put in the left part, what you don't want, reverse it into a positive. What's one did you put? Suffer period or financial? Right. Okay. So so then you want probably the same financial freedom, right? Or an abundance of money. Why don't you put that down? I want to have an abundance of money. Okay? But see, the key is to make it into a positive, not leave it at the negative. You all follow me on that? If you read the book, I mean, it's probably the best book I've ever read on law of attraction. It's only like 140 pages. The first time I read it in 5 hours. Then I didn't take any notes. Then I read it again, and it took me 3 hours, and now I read it in 1 hour because I finally got it. And that's why I took notes and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, what I really want to talk to you guys about is this. So recruiting is nothing more than finding out what people want. You guys follow me? So let me tell you what I mean. See, the presentation for me, I'm going to erase this, okay? I wish I had a big eraser board, but I don't. So I'm going to erase it. So whenever you sit down, so I'm going to teach you this, okay? Rosa, in that, and let me ask you this. Right now, out of 10 people, if you did 10 appointments to recruit somebody, how many do you think you'd recruit out of 10? More or less, right now? 0, okay. So I'm going to teach you something that will increase your ratios probably from about 500%. In other words, instead of 0, you're going to get at least 5, even if you're horrible, okay? I'm going to teach you that right now. If you guys just follow, and some of you already heard this, but I know you're not applying because I see your numbers, no offense. Right? Numbers don't lie. I get on POL. You might, let me give you a clue if you don't know this. Your America Online that's personal for you, I can see your numbers. So you can run, but you can't hide, like Mr. T from Rocky 3. Yeah, Mr. T. Clever line, right? So, it's called needs. And this is covered before I even go into my presentation. Okay? This is really big. N stands for now. E stands for enjoy. Alter. Decision maker. And solution. So I'll role play with Rosa, so y'all can follow me on this. So in fact, I actually I met with Leslie. Rosa's on Leslie's team. The first time I met her was here in my office, and I did the recruiting interview for Leslie with Rosa. So you remember that day, right? It's probably like 2 months ago. She already passed her test. She's awesome. Okay, so let me do this. So I just met you, Rosa. Rosa, tell me, what do you do now for a living?
Maybe I'm working on PRN in the nursing home.
Okay. What's it called again? PRN? What is that called? I mean, I don't know what it means. Part-time. But
Oh, the name of that?
what does PRN stand for? Oh, PRN means as needed. I understand. I'm sorry, but part-time doing what?
CNA.
Okay, CNA. Alright. So, part-time CNA. Certified Nurse's Assistant, right? Okay. And so tell me, how long you been doing that?
6 years.
6 years. Okay, that's a long time, Rosa. You must love it then. That's awesome. Tell me, what do you enjoy most about your current job? Your current job description. What do you enjoy the most?
I really like on my job, like, be able to help the people, because they're older people, so.
So you like serving others, right? You like helping others, okay? So that's what she enjoys the most. What would you alter or change if you could? Would it be the hours, the money? What do you think? Management, okay. And when you say management, tell me what you, be specific. The management. They're not nice to you, they don't treat you well, they don't make you feel respected. Tell me. What do you mean by management?
Well, some people, they have their preferences, even though the people that they're choosing, they're not as hard worker as others.
So in other words, you feel like
So, it's
you're being bypassed for promotions from people that are not as qualified as you, or favoritism. Okay, so you don't want favorites. You want to be judged based on your work and your effort, not on politics and bureaucracy, right? So basically, you want to be in control of your life. Is that what you're telling me? See, let me tell you why I'm saying this. We need to know how to listen. I told you about it earlier. So I didn't just ask her a question. There's a problem with most people. I used to do this too. And it's Angelicia, right?
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Okay, good. This is a problem with people, including me when I was new. I would ask a question, Nelson, but I really wouldn't listen to what they're saying. I was already thinking of what the next question is going to be. You can't do that. You gotta listen intently. When you ask a question, the number one thing people want from you is respect, and that comes from listening to what they. When you ask them a question, listen. I was one of the problems I see in some of my folks in the past who are not successful. They go. I've been with them on appointments, and they ask a question to someone, and before the person's finished, they start interjecting, like one to the next. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the worst thing you do for someone is cut them off when they haven't even finished, because now they think he or she doesn't care what I'm saying. I've actually felt that way with people in the business. I'm like, you ask me a question to teach you how to make a phone call, and then you interrupt me and don't let me finish my statement. If that's the way you treat me, and I'm your trainer, I wonder how you treat the people you're trying to recruit, or the clients, right? So you gotta learn to listen. Listen, we gotta learn to bite our tongue, right, and not interrupt. It's like wait a second after they're done before you start. That's a pretty good exercise, right? All right. So again, she loves helping others. Is that a good thing in America? Heck yeah. Alter or change is she wants to be in control of her paycheck, basically, of her promotions, everything. What do we do in America? You're in total control of every promotion, right? We're gonna find out if you really are in control. We're gonna find out if you really want control, because here you got all control. So you're gonna get a promotion, you just don't want it bad enough. America, how can I say this? Exposes people. That's why I tell people, Myra, anybody can say anything. Anybody can get their mouth to say anything. I want to be successful. I want to change my family tree forever. I want to live the American dream. And then you put them in this business where they control everything, and they're still mediocre, which tells me they really don't want it. They want success if it's easy. And that's why I tell people, the only place success comes before work is in a dictionary, right? You got to work. Decision maker. So Rosa, besides you, is there anybody, if you were to decide to work with us part-time, is there anybody else besides you who'd have to be involved in making a decision? Or is it pretty much on your own?
my husband, but when it comes to like work and stuff.
It's your decision, right? Because you're independent. Okay, good. Okay, that's a good thing. So she's independent. So just her. And solution. Fate's a funny thing, Rosa. Our company is looking for people just like you. People that love to help others, helping others, and would love to be in control of their promotions and their paycheck. If you were able to do those two things with me on a part-time basis, right? Is there any reason why you would not move forward and working with us? Any reason? You see, that's recruiting right there. I hadn't even shown her who we are and what we do. I am closing the first 5 minutes basically I meet her or him, whoever I'm talking with. How? Because I'm going through. I am pulling on the heartstrings of someone. The heartstrings. People will. The definition of leadership. Okay, one of them is getting people to do what they don't want to do, but they need to do to be successful. Right? That's what coaches do. They get people to do what they don't want to do, but they have to do to be successful. Okay? So that's leadership right there, right? So again, needs. This is how I recruit people. This is how I also do life closes. I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm just working on recruiting. What do you do now for a living? What do you enjoy most about what you do now? What would you change about your current job if you could? Who are the decision makers? If you're going to decide to work with us, besides yourself, and anybody else needs to be involved in that decision. And fate's a funny thing. We're looking for people with just like you. And again, it's anything they said they enjoy and everything they don't like. So we're going to give everything they want with nothing that they hate, that they don't like, right? We're looking for people just like you, Rosa, that enjoy helping others, but would like to be in control of their future. Now, Lisa Rosa told me that what she likes most about her job is the income. Okay, great. Some people like their income, but they don't like the stuff that they're earning, right? If I had asked her what it was she would like to change, maybe the hours. Like guy I was talking to yesterday, the reason he left car sales is because he was working 80-hour weeks. He said, I can do that at 40 hours in my other job that I just got. So in his case, he liked the money. He didn't like the being pushy and stuff, but he wanted to have more time with his wife, right? So I would have told him, what I did tell him is, face a funny thing, Brad, our company is looking for people just like you, people that love to make income, but would love to work less hours, spend more time with their family. If I could show you how to get that with our company, any reason why you would not get started with us? He goes, no, I'm ready. And you all know the rest. But that's what I do. Needs. So that's not what you do right now. I want you to role play with somebody next to you. We're going to be done in about 10 minutes, okay? I'm not going to take too much time. But I want you to role play with somebody next to you. Why don't you, Eddie, role play with Nelson? Why don't you role play, give me your first name, I'm sorry. I met you so many times, but I got hundreds of people in the Paul. Okay, the Apostle Paul. Okay, talk to Paul. Y'all role play, and y'all role play, and y'all role play. Pick a partner, and I want you to practice drill rehearsals, okay? Eddie.
Hi, Gloria. So what do you do now? How long you been doing it?
Like, John and I did a KT kind of thing on a webinar on Zoom yesterday with his brother-in-law, and we're doing another one tomorrow with your aunt and uncle, right? 8 p.m.
Yep.
Were you gonna send me their email?
I gotta get it still.
Yeah,
So-
but we're gonna tell me. Is this still on tomorrow morning?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's
Yep.
make sure. All right. So, any questions on the needs part? Let me just. I'm not gonna have you all role play right now because for the time, but I just want to make sure you know this. To be successful, you gotta be consistent. Y'all know that, right?
Right.
So let me explain what I mean. So when I do an appointment, y'all know I know some of y'all, I cover this a lot because this is the fundamentals, right? So the first thing I do when I meet with someone, I thank them for their time. That's the first thing I do. Number two is I tell them my personal story. I always do that first because the way you lower barriers, you gotta imagine this. Listen, nobody likes to be sold. People like to buy, they don't like to be sold. It's funny, right? People do not like to be sold, but they love buying. So what does that mean? It means they want to feel like they're in control and they're the ones that make the decision. If it ever comes across like you're the boss of them, they don't like it. It's got to do with pride, pure ID. So you got to figure out a way to do it the right way, where you're still in control, but they don't know that you're in control. Does that make sense, right?
Right.
All right. So how do you do that? Very simple. Asking questions. They're called leading questions. That's what you do. I'm not going to go over that right now, but imagine everybody you sit down with, whether recruiting them or closing, they have these walls, these barriers. I don't know this guy or gal from Adam. In fact, some of you guys have done that when you had salesmen come to your house. We're not buying anything. I'll give you an example, and I've told you this before. So back in when I first got married, we were broke out of college, both me and Mary. Right? So I got this notice in the mail that we won this free fire extinguisher. It's about this big. I'm like, what? Free? I'm Mexicano, man. Free? Yeah, free is a good little four-letter word before anything. So it's a free fire extinguisher. All we had to do was let the salesperson come to our house and give us a 1-hour presentation. So I told Mary, listen, I want that free fire extinguisher. Man. It's free, man. It's probably like a $3 value. She goes, okay, but we're not buying anything. No way. We're not. We practiced. We're not buying. No, we're not. The answer is no. The guy came over, and he sold us $2,800 worth of fire alarms. Now, $2,800 back then is about $6,000 today. How did we go from we're not gonna buy anything to all of a sudden being bankrupt, basically, financially? Like, oh my gosh. You know why? Because and this is from a book from Tom Hopkins. You gotta act like a lamb, sell like a lion. Write that down. Act like a lamb, sell like a lion. Act like a lamb, sell like a lion. He wasn't pushy. He tugged at the heartstrings. And this is what he did. He had a notebook of, he asked us, you know what electronic in the house causes the most fires when people are asleep? I'm like, no. It was actually the toaster.
Yeah, toaster.
Right? Because you think about it, in about 10 seconds, that thing can get so hot, it can toast bread like really quick. So anyway, he showed us pictures of houses that have been burned down. It was horrible. Like, you have burned teddy bears and like, oh my gosh. And then he said most people die at night because they're asleep. And there are fires that are smokeless. There's no smoke.
Right.
Okay, in other words, a smoke alarm only works if there's smoke, but there's some fires that are smokeless and people die in their sleep. By the time they realize that there's a fire, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So dang it, I bought 3 of those freaking fire alarms. The last thing I want to do is die in my sleep. What kind of a man and woman want to die in their sleep? We bought emotionally, and we defended it with logic. So our personal story, when you show your personal, why are you in Primerica, right? That's going to lower barriers. Number 3, and now that's when I do the needs. Okay, that's number 3, needs. 4, my 4th thing that the 3 reasons why I'm here. In other words, listen, Jessica, the reason why I'm here tonight is 3 reasons. Number 1 is I'm in financial services. My job is to vastly improve people's financial position. In other words, how to help people, John, how to get more bang for their buck. Does that make sense? So Eddie and Jessica, if I can show you all how to get more bang for your buck. All right, in other words, have more of you live or more of you die, would that be a good thing or bad? Good thing, right? So I'm gonna show you how to do that. That's number one. Okay? So it's basically what we do, right? Client advice. The second reason why I'm here, and Jessica speaks, our company's going through major expansion. We're looking for a few key people. We figured we're looking for people that would love to earn an extra $1,000 a month part-time to have a better lifestyle. If I could show you and Eddie how to have an extra $1,000 a month part-time, will that help you or hurt you? Help you, right? Okay, good. I'm gonna cover that. Again, that's recruiting. And number 3 is referrals. So basically, Eddie, Jessica, you probably never heard of our company. We don't advertise on TV, radio, newspaper. We figured out that advertising costs a lot of money, and eventually, Nelson, who pays for all this advertising? It's the clients, right? Because these companies charge the consumer for all that advertising. We figured out we want to save our clients money in the services we offer, and so the way we advertise is called free advertising, is called referrals. So all I'm asking, Nelson, is if you love what I do and it makes sense and it provides value, can you refer me to the 4 to 5 people you care and love the most? Is that okay? That's fair for me to ask, right? Again, it's only if you're okay with everything I share with you, okay? No pressure, nothing like that. It's only if you're sincere and I come across the right way, okay? So I'm asking, what am I asking for? 3 things. Become clients, become recruits, so I can talk about recruiting, I can talk about being a client, I can talk about getting referrals. Pretty simple, right?
Right.
And then I do the presentation, which is, it doesn't matter which one you do, I do the dime one, you know, the financial house, you all know that. 6 is you close for life, you get commitments, you're invited to the op night, you get a second commitment for the second appointment if you need to come back, you get it before you leave. I used to be, when I was new, after I was done with an appointment, Rosa, I would finish, okay, I'll call you, we'll set up time to get together for a second visit. You're already there, why would you call someone back? Now we're playing phone tag, I lost track. So I learned that before I left, I would already schedule my second appointment if I needed to come back to him. Why play phone tag and all that kind of stuff? Does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
I also learned how to close on the first visit because some people's lives are so busy. If you're already there, and based on my presentation now, it's like 15 to 20 minutes. If I'm gonna close, it'll still be an hour. Makes sense, right?
Right.
All right, any questions on this? So I'm gonna finish there. I don't know, who's taking good notes? The key word is good notes. Not chicken scratch with arrows by Epaka. Yeah. Like, who's an S? Any S's in the room? Okay. So Ben, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'm not sure how good you are on computers. I'm sure you're probably a gazillion percent better than I am. Can you put it on a maybe a PDF format? It doesn't have to be like all fancy smancy with with like, you know how some PowerPoints they have like bombs going up. I don't need that. I just need a straight black and white, boom, with this, what do you call it? Order.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you have to do it today. You know, 1 in the morning is fine. 1 in the morning is the next day, right? I'm kidding. No, I'm just joking. You know, take your time. Just, you know, this century would be good.
Okay.
Before next week.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe before next week, right?
Yeah,
Maybe by
before
Friday.
training,
Yeah, before training on Friday. Preferably tomorrow, we don't mind. You can sneak away from your job. They're paying you anyway. Boom, get it done, right? And the title to this would be Keys to a Winning Presentation. Okay? Keys to a winning presentation. If you notice at every KT, I still do the needs like I'm doing every, my presentation is KT is the same. I don't change it for one or the other. I know some people, well, I do this for the KT, I do this. I do the same every single time. I don't change a beat. If you do it the right way, you're gonna get both. You know, I'd rather shoot for the recruit and miss and get the sell. Again, I'd rather shoot for the recruit and miss and get the sell. It's harder though to shoot for the sell and miss and also get the recruit. I know how to do it because I'm pretty equipped at it now. I'll get an example just real quick. Let's say I'm calling Nelson the appointment to recruit him. Hey, Nelson, it's me, Carlos. You don't lose you from work. He gave me your name and number. He told me you're somebody that's hardworking, love your family, ambitious. Is that true about you? Awesome. Well, listen, I'm looking right now. Our company's going through expansion. I'm in charge of that. I'm looking for key people. I was wondering if you might be open to meeting with me one-on-one and seeing if you would you like what you see, and maybe you can work with me part-time. I can try to make you $1,000 a month. Would you be open to that? Now, I rarely get a no on that. But let's just say Nelson did a promotion, his job. He's making $1 million nobody, okay. He's making 50,000 a year, and to him, he was going from 30 to 50. He's excited. He's happier than a pig in a slop. I mean, he's so excited, okay? He says, no, Carlos, I'm actually doing pretty good. I just got a promotion, whatever. I'm still going to try to, not try, I still want to overcome that. I would say something like this. Listen, Nelson, I can appreciate that. Let me ask you a quick question. When you got that promotion, did you sign a contract that guaranteed that they would never fire you, never lay you off? Fine, not huh? So that can happen whether we like it or not. Wouldn't you agree? All I'm saying, Nelson, is it doesn't hurt to have a backup plan in case you lose your job, right? So if I can show how to have a second, how to have that, right? Would it be a good thing or bad thing for you? So let's get together one and see where it leads us. Fair enough? I can still close it, but let me pretend I'm ignorant. I don't know how to do all that stuff. And I went to and he told me, no, I'm happy. I don't need extra income. Then this how would lead to what we do financially, right? Again, it's hard. It's harder to do it, but it's easy, right? Not as easy. Hey, I can appreciate that. It sounds to me like you're extremely happy with your promotion and your income. Congratulations to you. There was a survey done. 80% of the people that were surveyed said that they had a chance to choose change careers, they would. And obviously, you're one of those 20%. So congrats to you. However, let me ask you a quick question. When you retire, would you rather have too much money or not enough money?
Too much money.
If I can show you, because that's what I do for them, if I can show you to have too much money versus not enough money, would that be a good thing or bad thing for you? So, what's a good time to get together? Monday of next week or Wednesday of next week? At 6 or at 7?
7.
Great. What am I saying? I'm acting like a lamb, and I'm closing like a freaking lion, right? Right? I'm just, oh great. You see what my demeanor, my tonality? It's like a little lamb.
Yeah.
Angelica, I'm just like a nice little. I'm gonna let you be in control. I'm your servants, whatever you want. But I'm gonna get the appointments. I'm gonna get the freaking clothes, right?
Right.
But when a lot of people have a harder time going from the shooting for the recruit and getting the cell, it's either go for the recruit and miss and get the cell. You all follow me on that?
Yeah.
I just try to do it, but what I'm sharing with you is I do the needs with everybody. I don't care. I do it with everybody. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up. I went a little longer than I wanted. Anybody have any questions? Anything I covered? So Friday night, I'm gonna have training on Friday, not Saturday, because I'm driving to Houston at 7 a.m. So I gotta get up at like 6:45. I'm joking. So 7:30 to 9:30 Friday night here at the office. Invite your recruits, man. Richard, you had 3 recruits last month, right? You had, I don't know how many you had last month. What did you have last month? Did you have Julia and Julius and
Chantel.
Jermaine, Jantel, Chantel?
There's Ashley, Brandy.
Yeah, get them all here, man. And listen, competence will give you confidence. Our folks need to be here so they can learn. I know those who've been gone for maybe a month, I'm not sure exactly, but you're here tonight. And you're learning. Level with me. Did you learn 2 or 3 things that will like majorly impact your business tonight? Absolutely. Not because I'm good, it's just I know my stuff and you're here to learn and you're watching, you're listening. Look, we all learn 3 different ways. Auditory learners, visual, and tactile. You're doing all 3 here. Tactile means you're taking notes, you're hearing me, and you're also watching it. So you're learning 3 ways. And so that's gonna be more impactful than just reading my PDF that Ben gives me like this century, right? I'm kidding. He'll do it probably by tomorrow. Can you send me a text when you email it to me so I'll know I can look at my inbox? You have my number, right?
Yes. You want me to?
No, email it to me.
Oh, to you. Okay.
And just send me a text that says Carlos, I email it to you.
I got you.
You just put Carlos. In fact, just put C. You don't have to put any more words. Put the letter C. How you know it's Carlos? I emailed it to you. Fair enough? I'm kidding. You put my whole thing. Bless you. Anybody have any antihistamines? Okay. This is like, was there the one that's been seizing?
I sneezed one at the time. So
Who was the other one?
I don't know.
Oh,
somebody in the
it was
back.
you? My sister?
Yeah.
I'm the same sister? Hey, just let me know. I got my own pharmacy at the house. Nah, it's alright. It's cool. Alright, guys. Well, we'll see y'all. Y'all have a productive week. Don't forget our Faster Schools net, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday with Gus and Johanna Gonzalez, none of our earners in our company. So get your. I know Felicia and Michael said they're gonna be there. Hopefully, Xavier, is that correct?
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be there as well. Just push him, man. Encourage him. Okay, guys. I'll put the chairs and we'll see you at the top.